Hi guys, today is October 5th, 2020, and futures are pointing to a higher open as today's action pretty much looks like driven by President Trump health. As you know, on Friday, President was diagnosed with COVID and he was taken to a medical hospital, and he stayed there over the weekend and got treatment. So today, doctors were saying that they were optimistic that they will release him back to White House at the end of today. So market was not taking this news well when president was diagnosed with this disease on Friday and tanked, but today people are very optimistic about this news of releasing president from the hospital, and futures are higher, but we'll see what happens. And we're still working, or government is still working on the the government package from an aid package from House Democrats and Republicans to help the American economy, and they're still ironing down the details of that package. Still no decision, but looks like both sides are optimistic. So, okay, so let's jump to SPY, ETF or S&P 500, and to me it looks like SPY is going higher. I mean, it's just looking pretty good to me. I mean, MACD is crossing here, and what we'll see, I mean, there's a somewhat divergence here that I see, and I don't know. We need some major news to push this higher, as my opinion. So I would be careful here, but still, mildly optimistic or mildly bullish. Okay, so let's jump to stocks. And before we do that, if you want to check out my trades on pretty much everyday basis, my portfolio, you can see the Patriot link in the description. Okay, let's start with Uber. Okay, so Uber reported that the private equity firm Greenbrier Equity will invest 500 million in Uber logistics unit Uber Freight, valuing that unit at 3.3 billion, and Uber will maintain control of it. And Uber shares pretty much has been rising recently, and looks like they will continue to do so. And I mean, obviously the shares are higher, as many companies' shares are higher pre-market because of the good news about the president. And but in general, Uber shares looks like on the rise, and it could be an interesting buy to me. Okay, ATVI, Activision Blizzard. Okay, so it was reported that Activision was delaying the release of its World of Warcraft Shadowlands game until later this year, and they're blaming this delay to the pandemic, saying that people working at home slowing down the development process, and it's actually good news for other gaming companies such as Zynga. Actually, ZNGA. I actually like Zynga a lot, and it's been beaten down lately, and now it's recovering, and I think it's a pretty good buy in my opinion. Zynga, ZNGA. What about ATVI? I would wait for ATVI to settle a little bit because the news was not so good to me. Okay, SHAK. Okay, so SHAK Loop Capital initiated coverage on Friday with a buy rating, saying that they believe comparable sales trends bottomed and growth is ahead. So SHAK shares has been rising recently, and it could be an interesting buy to me actually. So I think Loop Capital has a point here. Okay, LUV. Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines CEO Gary Kelly told workers in a video message that layoffs could be looming if no aid from the government is coming soon. So that applies to other airlines as well. And actually, LUV is one of the better airlines. I also like Delta, but I'm pretty sure that the government will help those airlines. And I think LUV and Delta are both long-term buys, in my opinion. Okay, Shell, actually Hyliion, sorry. So as you know, Hyliion was converted to Shell was converted to Hyliion. Shell was the SPAC company that merged with Hyliion, and Hyliion started trading as a public company on Friday. It was not a successful debut on Friday, as shares tanked like 12%, but I actually expected that somewhat, and I'm holding shares. I think Hyliion can go higher because I believe in Hyliion's technology. I did a deep research on Hyliion, and I think it's a much better company than, for example, Nikola. And at this point, Nikola is, I think, worth more than Hyliion, which does not make sense to me. So I think Hyliion shares are a buy at this point. HYLN. Okay, so Regeneron. Regeneron and actually Gilead are both rising this morning because it was announced that President Trump used both of these therapies when he was diagnosed with COVID, and as far as I know, President Trump took a single dose of Regeneron antibody cocktail, and he's doing a 5-day course of Gilead remdesivir. So both of these companies, I mean, Gilead is trading very low to me. I mean, I think it's a safe buy at this point, and I don't see shares going much lower than like $62, $63. I think it's pretty much a buy to me, and as well as Regeneron. Regeneron's, I think, is a pretty good condition to go higher. Actually, the shares came down recently in the past months from a high of $664, and I think it's going to revisit that high very soon. REGN. Okay, so other vaccine makers like Inovio Pharmaceuticals is higher, and Inovio is not making a treatment; they're making a vaccine. And as you know, Inovio's INO 4800 was rejected by FDA, or put on hold by FDA. Let's put it this way, due to more information requested from Inovio. And after that, Inovio's stock tanked, but it could be an interesting spec buy. I wouldn't buy that much though, but because this could still tank a lot lower, and could go a lot lower. But an interesting spec, in my opinion, in like $11 and $10 area. And Moderna is also going higher this morning, trading higher. Moderna is, in my opinion, is a buy. I mean, they had received a ton of aid, and they're in a late stage study for this disease, COVID. And I think as soon as they come out with the FDA approval, the stock will skyrocket. The question is, will they? Okay, and another one is BNTX that I like at this point. BNTX is working in collaboration with Pfizer, and I think BNTX could go a lot higher if they are approved. Okay, so next company is NUS. Nu Skin Enterprises. So Nu Skin Enterprises is a nutrition and personal care products retailer. Raised its third quarter revenue guidance driven by growth in digital sales, and in general, it's trading a little bit high to me. I think if it comes down to close to $50, I would be interested to buy this. DKNG. Okay, DraftKings. DraftKings trading lower this morning, a lot lower because they offered 32 million shares, and half of that was offered by a company and half by certain stockholders. In general, DraftKings are trading in overbought territory, and this share offering does not help. So I hold shares, and I will be selling the DraftKings at this point. Okay, and the next company is AMC. AMC and ZNGA. Okay, Cinemark and AMC Theaters, both operators, cinema or theaters, movie theaters operators are under pressure because of its rival Cineworld announced the closure of its more than 500 US Regal theaters, as well as theaters in UK, and they're saying that movie studios continue to delay releases, and that hurts their bottom line pretty much. But to me, I mean, because of another chain is closing theaters, that creates more opportunity for these companies. So if you like the AMC or you like CNK, you probably it's a good opportunity to get in even at better prices for to me. So that's how I would use this news. Okay, Disney. Okay, so Disney shares a little bit higher, but the company's Disneyland resort will remain closed after California regulators agree to hear more input from theme park operators before reissuing new reopen guidelines. And it's sort of a good news because California regulators will listen to the theme park operators, but not really because. I mean, who knows what they will decide? And it's very, the shares trading at $123 pre-market, and I would be careful here. So I don't know if, because it's so much dependent on the regulators, on the vaccine, this is not a straight buy to me, Disney. So, it could be dead money for a while. I mean, maybe long term it's a buy, but could be a long dead money for a while. Okay, what's not that money is Starbucks. Actually, Starbucks was initiated coverage by Oppenheimer, who named the coffee chain as auctionable buy idea, saying that its earnings power is underappreciated. So I actually agree with Oppenheimer, and I think Starbucks is a buy. It looks good on the chart, and I think fundamentally is a pretty good company to get in. Okay, so IMGN. Immunogen shares rising pre-market on Monday. Today, after company's treatment was granted breakthrough therapy designation by the FDA. Interesting company, and was trading at as high as $7 back in February, but it's been trading in pretty much in a tight range, and shares are rising pre-market, but I wouldn't get in at the open. If it drops below $4, that would be an interesting buy to me. Tesla. Tesla had agreed to acquire between German battery maker, assembly maker, ATWI Automation, and was upgraded by a long-term bear analyst from JP Morgan, raising its price target to $75 from $65. Pretty funny to me. And actually, shares of Tesla, it's been trading in a range recently, and I think it will eventually go higher. And Elon Musk came out like a week ago and said that shares are too high, but it will be higher in 5 years. And I actually agree with that. I mean, people don't understand the value of Tesla, and they think it's just another car company that's trading at an obscene valuation. But it's not only a car company, it's a technology company. As Elon Musk said, it's a laptop on wheels. So I think the shares of Tesla may go higher. Okay, and also I will give you a couple more companies: ALB, Albemarle, and SQM, and LTHM. Okay, these three companies are miners that are lithium producers that should be considered potential winners in the upcoming EV boom. And these stocks or these companies are a buy in my opinion. Okay, that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and I'll see you Thursday.